All right, motherfucker. All right. If you're an online coach and you're struggling with converting DMs into deals, I want to show you, I'm going to show you how I help multiple people, multiple coaches, multiple DM setters be able to convert that into a sales call into a deal. Okay. Same way that I did for my clients right here. Flynn, he's already killing it in the DMs. We just run the retargeting ads, but DMs is the way that he makes his money. From right here so far in the month of September, we're at 50K collected. Only spent 700 bucks on ads. Great. Other client right here, we did DMs to webinar. Webinar had like 10 people show up and one person converted for 11K pip. So I want you guys to understand how powerful the DMs are, what you're missing out on. If you don't take this seriously, you can fuck off already. All right. Moving forward, like I said, convert your DMs into PIFs, to sales calls, without feeling needy, pushy, anything of that sort. I know that's what you guys have been feeling like, so that's what I'm here to help you guys with today. I know you guys tell yourself, how do I start a conversation in the DMs? How do I text them? How do I send a message without coming off as needy or pushy? I just need a behind the scenes view of how deals are being closing the DMs so I can do the same. How do I ask for the sales call in the DMs without feeling that way? So we'll move forward from there. I want you to understand the benefits from understanding these things. One benefit is just you'll have the mindset of knowing that you can create an infinite pipeline for yourself. How are you going to do that? We'll explain that later in this video. Second thing is just you'll always be one step ahead in every conversation that you have. You'll now know what to say, what not to say, how to say it, just from the benefits of understanding what to do and how to do it. Then from there, you will now be a genuine problem solver. No matter what comes up, what objections, what bullshit you hear, you can always be a problem solver rather than an info pusher trying to get people like, no, you should just do this, do that. Why don't you just do this? Don't you feel like doing this is better? That's desperate. We don't need desperate salesmen over here. So what I'm going to give you out today is just more so on what to say, what not to say, how to say it, when to say it, things of that sort. So you can carry this into your DM conversations, bring in an extra 50K a month. Okay, just like Flynn. Now, right here, what do we need to do is three foundational steps. Okay, the first one is just asking your prospect for permission. Now, what I mean by that is just give them the option to be able to have that conversation with them so they can take away that judgment and have that genuine conversation with you. So it's just like, hey, bro, I have a suggestion. You down to talk? Just something like that. And if they're open to it, they give you the permission and you can start digging into your conversation from there. Second part is just once you have that conversation, you get down the line, you have it properly, great. You want to provide a no-brainer solution to be able to hop on that call so it doesn't sound so forced. The way I do it mainly is going to be just talking about their goals on the call, and they can still gain value from it, whether if you guys work together or not, they'll still have something to take away from it. That's the no-brainer that allows them to feel obligated to want to show up because they still get something out of it, whether they work with you or not. The third thing is just when you do offer that call finally, you want to turn a no into a yes because more people are prone to say no than they are to say yes. The way we do it is just, hey, bro, we can talk about this and get you from here to there. If you want, we can talk about it on the call. And if everything makes sense, great, we can move forward. If not, you still walk away with tons of value. Is that something that you're against? Are you against that? No, I'm not against that. Naturally, they want to say no. So that turning into a yes makes it easier for you to get that call booked in. Other part is just, if that doesn't sound stupid, are you open to that? No, it doesn't sound stupid. I am open to it. I actually do need your help. Great. If you had a good conversation properly, that's how you get them into the sales call without feeling needy, pushy, shoving it down their throats, and they actually want to hop on. Okay? Now, doing this, and I want to give you this game right here, which is something I call a hit list. The hit list is what I used to do back in my setting, closing days. I just had a notebook full of everybody that I talked to, whether they were in a good situation, I just started the conversation, they're in a bad situation, DMs or not. Creating a hit list is just 20 plus high quality prospects for you to always touch up on from time to time. Regularly review and update based on how the conversations are going. So when you get that done, you know who your people are, you know what part of the conversation you're in. Great. Now you can hyper target based off of those people, based on the way the conversations are performing, to move them down the line and get them to the sales call. Now you have a consistent lead flow to always check up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Maybe one person on Monday is ready to close. One person on Tuesday is just now starting a conversation. By Friday, they're ready to close. Now you have a consistent stack of people to message, and now you have a consistent lead flow. You take control of your DMs. When you're having these conversations, you want to have meaningful conversations with these prospects. That might be like a no shit type of deal, but a lot of DM setters always feel so robotic. They text so robotic and they try to get them into the sales call as fast as possible. And that's why I mean to have a meaningful conversation. Take the time to check out their Instagram profile. Look at what they like, what they post about if they're public. Maybe throw something about their profile picture, but just actually seem like a human fucking being and not just a robot texting back and forth, asking basic ass questions. The last thing is using that foundation I just gave you for the scheduled calls to get those deals closed. The foundation of asking permission, having the good conversation, throwing out the offer for the call, and then making it the no brainer with that no into a yes. Okay. Now, some methods I'm going to give you here today. If you don't use them, great. Take these for yourself, run with them, see how they go. Let me know how they go. Okay. The first thing that I like to do is just if you're left on red in the DMs, you can use the GIFs. The GIFs are just one of the biggest things that I love to use in or outside of business. If you know me, you know I'm that type of person, but just doing that makes you 10 times more of a human being. And it makes it funnier to just get back into the conversation with your prospects. So use GIFs based off of the conversation you're having, and you can possibly get an answer back from there. The second thing I like to do back then is just sending reels to your prospects to help them understand and get them over the line. Maybe they're an overthinker, maybe they're scared, maybe they're skeptical. You see a video that will be like, shit, this person really needs to see that. Great. You send that reel to that prospect and it's a reminder, hey bro, this kind of reminded me of you. Figured this help you out. Let me know what you think of it. Boom, send it out. Then it allows you to just get back in the conversation without having to ask a question, just get their attention. And then you can go up with the sequences now. These sequences, these messages in the sequences is just what you can take away as well is like, yo, not sure if work's keeping you busy or if you forgot. Is everything okay? And if you forgot, if you forgot to message back, if you forgot to ask your question, is everything okay? Great. You can take that for yourself, run with it, see how it goes. Other one you can send is just, hey, I'm bumping this message in case you got famous out of nowhere. Everything all right with you, or is life whooping your ass? Just be happy, be joking, because people are human. We like to joke. Some people genuinely do get busy. Everybody has a life. They have a job. They might have a wife, husband, kids. They have a lot to deal with. That's the whole point of you is being that leader that can get them across the line, but they can't do that if you forget about them. You don't hold them accountable the right way. So sometimes just sending a soft message like that gets them back into the conversation and move forward. Now, the times that I like to send messages, if they don't respond, is the 24, 72 hours, and 1 week max mark. So let's just say you send a message 24 hours in that period, they haven't responded. Great. You can use these questions, the sequences. I'll give you some more right now. 72 hours, great. You send the next message. 1 week after waiting 72 hours, you send the final message. And then from there, you can give them an ultimatum and see where they want to go from there. If they're just going to keep ignoring you, just throw them with value until one day they come back. Or maybe they're just really busy. They were skeptical. They give you the real answer on why they haven't responded. And you can get back in the conversation from there. Okay? Now, there's two ways it'll go. Like I said, if you're doing these sequences, you're being funny, you're being personal, you're asking these questions without being pushy, you'll be seen as a coach who genuinely fucking cares about the person you're talking to. They will see that, they will feel that, and they will feel understood. If you can help them feel understood, you'll earn their respect, and continue down the line and move into a call. Moving into the call will be 10 times easier of a yes than it is a no. Now, if that's not the route that it goes from here, at least some people just don't respond. Maybe they're scared. Maybe who knows what the fuck happens. You did your best. Just keep moving forward. At least you know what your numbers are to get people to respond. Now, you can then take them off the list and continue to build your list from that point on to continue having that consistent lead flow of follow-ups to get them onto sales calls into deals. Okay. Going forward from there, some more free game for you guys is just for the prospects that you've already had a sales call with. I want you to look back at how that went. If you didn't completely burn the call and you left off on a good note, you didn't offer any extra options, great, reassess it. And this is where you can DM them after 24 hours of having that conversation with them and give them this no-brainer offer. The no-brainer offer, you can text them, you can DM them, whatever you want to do. This is what I send right here. It's just, yo, I have a crazy idea since we last talked. You free for a minute? This is more so for B2B. If that works, great. I know it will. 9 times out of 10 it will. But what the most important thing is just getting them on that call. This text right here creates curiosity. What's this crazy idea? What is it since we last talked that's so crazy? That's why you want to get them on the call. When you do, you should have enough sales skills to be able to get them back on and offer this. 2 things. 1, you get them on a scrappy payment plan with yourself. The whole point of getting them on the payment plan isn't just to close the deal, but if your offer is legit, you're a genuine person, you have a good heart, a helping standpoint, don't stress about the money. It's extra money anyways. So come up with that scrappy payment plan that puts their back against the wall enough to take what you have to offer seriously, get them results, help them make the money, help them get the results they were actually looking for. Boom, now you have a testimonial. You got an extra little bit out of the sale. You helped an extra person. It's only beneficial for you to come up with a scrappy payment plan. Stop being greedy. Not everybody needs to be paid in full. Okay? If you can't come up with the scrappy payment plan yourself, you can still use the buy now, pay later options, which allows you to get still paid in full. If their credit's good enough, they can pay and start off with nothing for that day and just pay a few $100 a month. But at least now you're giving them an actual option to get in without having to put such a high investment. That's the crazy idea you're going to talk about to get them over the line. Okay. Now, these extra follow-up sequences I'm going to give you are examples that you can take and put into your messages. That way you can continue to get more out of the conversations, continue to get more people to warm up to you to lead into those sales calls. 1, crazy idea example I just gave you. You can take that, run with it. 2, if you're somebody who runs workshops, you run webinars. If you don't, you should. If you don't now, messaging will work that out. But if you do run a workshop, great. If you're running B2C, here's the example right here. You can just say, yo, bro, I'm running a workshop on Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to give out nothing but free game, whether if you do this or not with me. Did you want that link? Boom. That alone allows them to hop on, get free information for you. And if it's genuinely free and valuable information and they can implement it and it works, eventually they're going to come back. They're going to want to work with you. So don't be afraid to give out value that actually helps. Stop trying to gatekeep so much. We're in a world where helping leads to a sale rather than trying to force shit down people's throats. Okay? Now, if you're in the B2B side of things, you can just put this, a little bit more proper, I would say, but not really much of a change. Just, hey, brother, I'm running a workshop this weekend, 4 p.m. Eastern, based off of your niche. And that's why if you are actually personable, you check out their profile page, you look at what their offer is about, and you actually have some free game to give out. Great. You can text them the message the exact way it is. Based off your niche, I know you'll gain free game, whether if we work together or not. Cool if I drop the link here. Boom. They will be able to info leech off of you, get free information. Regardless if they work with you or not, you need to be giving out real game. Stop being greedy. I cannot stress that enough, because if it works for them, they're going to genuinely be curious to see what else you have to offer. Even if you help somebody make an extra 5K, an extra 2K from something that you gave out free game on, why would they not want to work with you? It definitely is going to warm up their feeling on you as a coach, as a leader, as an authoritative figure that they want to work with. Do that. Take these messages, run with it. Let me know how it goes. That's after 24 hours, okay? If you send them the first message. Second, with the 48-hour time frame, same thing. Run the GIF play that I gave you earlier. Make it based off of the conversation you're having. They'll just send a random ass GIF. Two, just be passive with it. Don't try to be so forceful. And these are what I would say. Not going to blow you up. Also, I'm not going to give up on you on helping if you want it. So right here is you're not going to be a kiss ass, but you're also not going to let them fall down the path of making shitty decisions every day if they want that actual help. Genuinely want to help. They'll feel that. Third thing is just, hey, bro, I've been slammed on my end. I'm sure it's the same on yours. What's new? This is kind of just like that way of you guys have both been busy. You know that. You understand that. She'll probably respond back to you. See how that goes. Let me know. Follow up after 72 hours is just curiosity again. Yo, not sure if something bad happened. Everything all right? Hey, bro, everything all right with you? Yo, not to be nosy, but you okay? Whether it's a girl or guy, I just talk to a lot of guys, so it's a lot more going to be masculine based messages. And then follow up after a week. What do you say? Well, did you still want the results with XYZ, or should I just stop texting from here? It's more so just you don't want to be pushy. You want to give them the option to back out. What do you want to do? Boom. Second one is, do you still need help with, and this is for business, do you still need help with scaling past 50K monthly, or where should we go from here? That allows them to see if they genuinely want the help, if they got the help they've already been looking for, or they forgot. Hey, bro, I've been busy. Yeah, I forgot. I've been in some meetings. Yeah, how can we do this? Boom, you're back into the conversation. Three, are you still looking to get XYZ goal, or is there something coming up? Some things do come up. There's maybe a family death. Maybe they got busy in that time of their life. Maybe they got sick, something bad, whatever it may be. Are you still looking to get that goal, or is there something coming up, or is there something that came up? Yeah, this happened, that happened, I got sick, whatever, great, you're back in the conversation, you move forward from there. Now, this is a final follow-up before you remove them from your hit list. That way you can continue building it and stay consistent. These are the three messages I'll give you out for today. Just, yo, John, I've hit here about 4 times now. I just want to help you with the same way I've helped other people, the same goal, hundreds of others, but I just haven't heard back from you. Everything all right? Boom. Second thing is just, hey, brother, feels like I'm pulling strings here when it comes to the goal for you to get the help. That was for you in the beginning. I'm not going to spam here anymore. Where do you want to go from here? Last one, hey, bro, I'm not here to force anything if you're not wanting the help. What's the move from here, just so I know? That way you're letting them know you're going to back out. You're giving them that ultimatum to figure out where you want to go from this conversation. They don't respond, remove them. This is the final string. This is the final opportunity for them to respond and get back in the line. And when they do, you want to hold the authority and let them know, like, great. If they do respond, hey, bro, I appreciate that. I know you're busy. I know this happened. I know it happened. I understand life gets in the way, but I need you to understand if you're really going to want to work together, I'm going to have to hold you accountable. The only way I can hold you accountable is if things get uncomfortable. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is not okay. This type of communication is not okay. So if we're going to work together, I need to make sure I have your 110%. Cool? Do I have that? Yes? Great. Then you can move on to the conversation rather than being somebody who's always chasing. You take back the authority, you get back in communication, get them on the sales call, move forward from that point on. Take that with you. Now, the mindset to hold as a coach, I want you to understand, like, yes, you're the coach and you know the solution to your prospects' problems, but you don't need to tell them about it. You should be asking them about it. Do some question-based selling. So like the example with, girlfriends, guys, you know this, girls, you know this. When your girl tells you like, I'm tired today, and you tell them take a nap, like no shit. Or I feel dehydrated right now, but I'll just drink some water. No shit. Stop giving out the answer when you know it's the solution. They don't want that as the answer though. People are complicated nowadays more than ever. So with this, you're always going to want to question them rather than just telling them what to do. And it's a lot more appreciated to get them down the line naturally. How are you going to do that? Well, you want to ask good coaching questions. Let's just say, business is rough. I'm like, what do you mean rough? How's business? Let them explain themselves. That's what they want to do. They're selfishly there for themselves. Now, how's your journey been the past few months? What have you tried so far? Why isn't it working? Is it really that big of a problem or not really? You can use this for B2B or B2C. Regardless, it works for both sides. Now, the bad way to do it is just telling them what to do. Like I said, this is how you fix your problem right now. Like, maybe they fucking already knew that and they don't have somebody to help them do it. Stop doing this and stick with this. No shit. They see that on YouTube, Instagram, Google, everywhere. That's not what they came to you for. Or just do this and then don't quit. Like, no shit. They know that. That's why they're coming to you, so they can have somebody hold them accountable and figure out why it's such a bad problem. So you want a question-based sell rather than just directing them on what to do. So stop telling them how to do it and see what they need to do in order to get things taken care of. You provide your solution, sales call, close the deal. Please don't be shitty at closing deals. Now, let's say you do get through conversation. I want you to understand this mindset behind booking calls, booking prospects. Remember that commission breath is a real thing. You should not be needy. You know you can help them, but then they still don't fully trust you yet. So use these examples to lead into booking that call. If you're in B2B or B2C, I'll start off with the B2B. You can let them know after having the conversation a little bit of what they've given you for the information. You can finally end with, I don't have the full context. I'm not entirely sure if I can help you here, but happy to jump on a call and ask you some more questions and see if it's a good fit. Cool? They gave you some information about their business, a little bit of their bottlenecks. It's enough that you're still giving out the curiosity of you don't know fully what's going on. You don't know entirely if you can help because you don't know yet. So that curiosity, again, like I said earlier, removes the judgment and it allows you guys to be creative in the conversation you have and the relationship together. Get that and use that for the sales call. B2C, I think I can help you with this. I don't know, but I think I can. You open to talking about it together. It's the same way of turning that no into a yes. B2B, B2C, take these with you. Let me know how it goes. Now, if you want the DM Setter crash course, if you're a business owner, DM Setter, whatever it may be, DM me, DMCC. I'll message you. We'll talk it out and give you what you have to offer. We can possibly even tailor it. Just let me know. Now, what's solving this issue when it comes to having somebody who's crappy in the DMs, having a DM Setter that's crappy who can't be personal, maybe you don't even know as a business owner to what to do. Fixing this problem allows you to have full control over your pipeline. You can now be consistent. You have the hit list system that you've created with together today. You know who's warm. You know what to hit them up, when to get them up over the line, and book a call now. You now have the confidence with any conversation you have because you're always one step ahead. And when you're one step ahead coming from a helping standpoint, rather than it just being a sale, bro, it's powerful shit that you can do now. Any conversation you have, you can help anybody. You don't have to help everybody, but you can help anybody. Remember that. This alone is what helps Flynn. Flynn mainly gets his deals from DMs, and he's crushing it at $50K plus a month. This and the DMs gets one of my other clients into people to sign up for their webinar, give out free game, have them book a call from that, and close somebody for $11K. This, you're missing out on $50K plus a month if you don't fix your problem with it in the DMs. So I hope and I pray that you took enough information to be able to implement into your DMs to get that extra $50K. You can now use the hit list for rainy days. If things are slow, you're not running ads, whatever it may be, at least now you have a consistent way to control your pipeline You have the confidence. You're genuinely helping people. It only grows your personal brand and business 10x. Okay. Now, the last three reminders as a coach is just remember to always give so much value and help, because that's only going to attract the right prospects, and both of you guys will be happy. They'll take your information seriously. The ones who do implement the free information and value that you give out, implement it, use it, it works, they will come back 10 times more sold, and it'll be easier of a sell to you. And they will be happy that they're being sold, because it doesn't feel like they're being sold. They genuinely know they're being helped. So always come from that helping standpoint and give out a fuck ton of value. Second thing is, not everybody needs to be closed. There are bad people that get closed. There are good people. Remember that. It's not always worth the money. If somebody's always going to be blowing you up out the ass, messaging you 24/7, calling you at 4 a.m. in the morning, not everybody needs to be closed. And you having that mindset allows you to be abundant, and you can start to be picky and give people the opportunity who deserve it. Okay. Now, again, you're always in control of your lead flow. Don't ever think it's impossible, because the way you start to think will implement into how you act and what choices you make, and then what comes out from those choices. So maybe you are good at DMs and you just needed to improve. Maybe you're shit and you just missed out on the right information. Hopefully this allows you to get those next level milestones of maybe hitting 10K a month as a DM setter, maybe doing 100K cash collected as a business owner. Take away everything that I gave you. Lastly, these are the key takeaways, is just having a hit list. Get a notebook, write it down on your phone. I like notebooks. Just create a hit list of the warm prospects so you can consistently hit them up, have a consistent low of closed deals, get them on the sales calls from everything that I gave you. Come from a good heart, good standpoint, genuinely want to help people. Stop trying to always sell and start always trying to help. People will feel that. They'll feel understood. They'll like you, respect you. It's only beneficial. I don't see why you wouldn't want to do that. I know some shitty people. I've heard some crazy ass stories. Never going to go into that. But for the people who are genuine good coaches, good business owners, stick with that and you'll have an abundance of lead flow. Take the time to have these important conversations with people. Again, we are all human. We all have our own problems. We're all dealing with different shit. Take the time to understand that and see what their issue is. And if you can genuinely help, then help. If you can't, not everybody needs to be closed. Stop rushing the process of getting people into a sales call. That's why we create the hit list, so you don't have to rush and you can have that consistency to book people based off of what's ready and what's not. Give out that tons of free value. Remember, not everyone needs to be sold. And lastly, just remember to know your numbers. Knowing your numbers allows you to build that skill when ready. If you need to DM 100 people, you have 80 good conversations, 50 of them stop replying, 30 of them get over the line to a sales call, 20 of those close. If you have a 5K plus offer, you can do the math on that. Knowing these types of numbers just by fixing the way you DM, fixing the way you have conversations to get final conversations now on sales calls, brings you at least 50K a month extra. You can use that for ad spend. You can use that to incentivize your sales team. You can, if you're selling by yourself, you just make more. No matter what, it's only beneficial if you know your numbers, and it allows you to track and scale properly with implementing the right systems. That's the only reason why people can't scale, is because they can't implement the right systems. But if you can afford it, delegate, outsource to build your systems properly, you'll be good from there. So whether if you're a DM setter, take this, get yourself to 10K plus months. If you're a business owner, take this, run it up, let me know how it goes. That's all that I ask. Let me know how it's been for you. If you guys want that framework, that crash course on DMs, let me know. But all that I ask for is just feedback, suggestions on more videos so I can continue throwing out free game for you guys, all right? You guys have a good one. Take care.